All right, all right. Hello, hello, hello. How are y'all doing today? Let me know how y'all are doing by saying something in the Q&A. I'm here 2 minutes early at exactly 7 o'clock. We are going to get started, but for right now, while I set up, y'all let me know how y'all are doing today. Again, my name is Chris A. Williams. If you don't know me, I'm a real estate agent, real estate brokerage owner, real estate team leader. Go by owner, investor, and entrepreneur. I specialize in all things in real estate and just teaching people how to make money or make more money in real estate. I work with people whether they are new, whether they are experienced, whatever they are. We're going to teach you how to make some more money in real estate. So again, my name is Chris A. Williams. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for joining. Shout out to Christian for saying something. Hey, how are you, Chris? I'm doing good on this wonderful Friday. I'm glad to see you're doing good. So y'all, we're gonna start in 1 minute. We're gonna start in 1 minute exactly. Right now it's 6:59. So we are going to start exactly at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. And again, if y'all, for y'all who don't know me, my name is Chris A. Williams, realtor or owner, investor, and entrepreneur. I have many different titles in real estate that we're going to get into. But what I specialize in at the end of the day, regardless of what the title is just making the maximum amount of money in real estate. I've been doing this for 5+ years now. I actually started in real estate when COVID happened. Literally, pretty much the world completely shut down is when I got started in real estate. So I started at one of the craziest times, and I've had didn't have a straight path to success. I had a pretty slower path to success. I started way at the bottom of the bottoms, but I was able to rise up by the ways that I'm going to tell you all today. So it is now officially 7 p.m. So we're going to get this thing started. Shout out to y'all who are joining. If you're joining, say something in the Q&A. I'm glad to see everyone here. My name is Chris A. Williams, owner, investor, and entrepreneur, and welcome to my online event. Today, in my online event, what I will tell you is how I built a seven-figure real estate business and help agents and investors make 10K plus a month. But not only that, but also I'm going to give you a deal getting system to close real estate deals consistently without needing paid leads, experience, or even a real estate license. Plus, I'll tell you the secret. Yes, it's a secret to making 10K plus a month in real estate without needing a real estate license, with less stress and less time invested. But more importantly, we together, we'll go over the real secret to making consistent money in real estate with less stress and less time spent working. Now, if you're anything like me, you know that you cannot grow a successful business alone. So I'm going to show you the art and secret to make consistent money in real estate month after month with less time spent working, more time for yourself and family, no paid leads, and no experience needed. But first, though, let me warn you, this isn't a promise you're going to become wealthy, pretty, or pretty wealthy, or get any other result. Everyone's different. Making significant money, like everything else in life that's worth living for, it does involve risk. I want y'all to remember that. Anything in life that's worth living for does involve risk. And most people do nothing at all. Or even worse, they try to do everything alone. You don't want to be like these people. The people who do nothing at all, or the people who try to do everything alone. So your results will vary if you try to be like them. And that's why I've been posting free content every single day, which most of you all here, you've seen me through that, to help you, the person who's interested in making money in real estate, to make money and make your results as good as I possibly can. In the time that I've been posting content, I've been able to create an amazing community of followers. You guys are great. But I want to give you something even more. And that's why I decided to host this tonight. When I told people I was doing this, everyone told me not to do this online event, to either keep the information to myself or to charge people for my time. But as you see, I'm doing it anyways. But I'm no saint. I want to make money just like you, but not just making money by myself, but for all of my people to make money. I do all this so I can make money with my community. And we together, as a community, will rule the real estate industry. Because you making money in real estate as fast and stress-free as possible by being part of a community is how I make my money. But let me warn you, let me warn you. If you use what I tell you today, you not only will be able to make 10K plus a month in real estate, but you'll become powerful. One of the most skilled people in your area, one of the most powerful people in your area. So don't use your powers for evil. Let me tell you something crazy. Absolutely crazy, actually. Just a few years ago, on another November day, I walked home for 3 hours from my mall job after working an 8 hour shift. I had to walk home from work because I only had 37 cents left in my bank account. Had no money for Ubers and no community I could call on to take me home. This was me. This is a screenshot from my Snapchat story if you guys still remember Snapchat. But this was me. This was real life just a few years ago. 37 cents in my bank account, walk home from work. I was confused, depressed, and lost in life with no money. Until a few years later when I found real estate. But I thought just by me getting into real estate, my money problems, they would just go away. I would be able to make money super easily just because I was in real estate. That was my thoughts. But that wasn't the case at all. When I first started in real estate, I had no idea what to do, who to talk to, how to make money. Literally, I had no idea how to do anything. I faced even more confusion, depression, and had even less money than what I started with. And as you can see this picture, I even gained 50 pounds of fat from the stress. I was alone. I had no community. I had no one to tell me the right way to do things. Until I found community. I went through all these negative things until I found community. I went from making $12,000 my entire first year in real estate. My entire first year, I made $12,000 because I wasn't in community, to making over six figures my second year because I was in community. Not only did I make more money, life was worth living again. There was no more confusion, depression, no more money problems. I come from the same place as you. I started from the bottom, and to start, only I believed in myself. I had big dreams with no way of knowing how to achieve them. But through community is how I was able to achieve my big dreams. To start, only I believed in myself. But to succeed, others believed in me. Now, me sharing my story, I understand. There's not always going to be a positive connotation. Me saying this may create envy in some, anger in others, skepticism in others, confusion for a few, and inspire a select few. You, the person who's inspired. You, the person who wants to make more money in real estate. The person looking to start or grow in your real estate journey. You are who I make community for. You are who I want to be in community with. But can I be honest? Y'all let me know if I can be honest with you. I went years staying low key, living a more private life, only staying connected to a few certain exclusive people. You all may be able to relate to that. Until one day, I checked my bank account. And I remembered how far I've came. To go from 37 cents in my account to almost $200,000 in cash just sitting around idly. This made me realize I can't hold all the secrets to myself. It's time to get into community with others to share the secrets. But honestly, who cares about me? You're not here for my story. You're here to take the next step in yours. Can you agree with that? You're here to take the next step in your story? So good. What I'll show you today is how community helps real estate agents and investors make at least $10,000 a month with less stress and less time consistently month after month. And when that happens, you change not just your life, but you change your entire family's life forever. Who here would like to not just change their life, but change their entire family's life forever? Tonight, I'm going to deliver for two types of people. Two types of people. One is the new or upcoming person in real estate. This person, I want y'all to read this along with me because you're going to identify with one of them. One is the new or upcoming person in real estate. This person, you haven't made significant money in real estate yet, but that's okay. Tonight, I'll show you exactly what you need to do to make significant money in real estate. So make sure to stay until the end because I promise I'm going to wow you and deliver on my word. And then person number two, the person looking to grow and elevate their business. So if you're person number two, you've already proven you know how to make money in real estate. You've done it before. But tonight, I'm going to show you how you can make more money faster and easier. And if you do decide to join me, I'll show you how we can accomplish our goals together. Who here would like to accomplish their goals? I know I would. That's why I'm up here with you all. Now, some may say, but I don't know if this will work for me. Let's talk about who community works for. Community works for anyone who wants to make more money in real estate, new agents who feel lost or confused, agents who have been trying but still aren't closing as many deals as they want, investors who want to buy more properties, people who don't have a big network, people who don't have a lot of money to start, people who learn better together and not alone, people who want clear steps to follow to close deals, busy people who need simple, fast instructions, people who want to grow but don't know the next step, and anyone who wants a proven plan instead of guessing every day. I want y'all to understand community works for anyone who wants to make money or more money in real estate. So I want you to think to yourself, are you a person who wants to make money or make more money in real estate? And I know it works because of these inarguable truths. Number one, I know it works. I know community works because I use it in my real estate business every single day. And here's a few examples. Meet Devin. Devin was an agent who had been trying before he joined community, but still wasn't closing as many deals as he wanted. He's a person who didn't have a big network. He's a person who didn't have a lot of money to start. He's a person who learns better with help and not alone. He's a person who wants clear steps to follow to close deals. He's a person who wants to grow, but doesn't know the next step. He's a person who wants a proven plan instead of guessing every day. And he's a person who wants to make more money in real estate. If you can identify with Devin, let me know. Before community, Devin was fired from his job from Domino's, and he had nowhere else to turn. But after joining community, Devin was able to have his first $1 million sales month. I want you to meet someone else. Meet Essence. Essence is a person who learns better with help and not alone. She's a person who wants clear steps to follow to close deals. She's a busy person who needs simple, fast instructions. She's a person who wants to grow but didn't know the next step. She's a person who wants a proven plan instead of guessing every day. And she's a person who wants to make more money in real estate. Who can identify with Essence? Before community, Essence was not sure on what to do in real estate. But after joining community, Essence was able to purchase her first investment and start growing her real estate portfolio. I want you to meet someone else. Meet Gio. Gio is an investor who wants to buy more properties. He's a person who wants clear steps to follow to close out deals. He's a busy person who needs simple, fast instructions. And he's a person who wants to make more money in real estate. Who can identify with Gio? Before community, Gio was spending hours searching for deals, losing time, and just being stressed. But after joining community, Gio was able to have top level deals brought to him, giving him much needed time back and happiness. That's one inarguable truth. That community works because I use it every day in my real estate business. But there's four more. Now, what are the four other inarguable truths? Number two, people learn faster when they learn together. It's easier when someone shows you instead of guessing alone. Number three, you make fewer mistakes when you have help. Someone who already did it can tell you what not to do. Number four, you close more deals when you have people to partner with. You can team up, share ideas, and learn tricks and tips that work right now. Not years ago, but work right now. And number five, you grow more when you give and you get support. Helping others makes you better, and they help you back. So we know these inarguable truths that community works because I use it in my real estate business every day. People learn faster when they learn together. You make fewer mistakes when you have help. You close more deals when you have people to partner with, and you grow more when you give and get support. We know that community works for all people who are looking to make money in real estate, which means if you're looking to make money in real estate, community works for you. And all of you said you're looking to make money in real estate. So we know that community works for you. Everything I've accomplished, I have community to thank for it. So I know for a fact this works from experience and not theory, not just guessing. So again, tonight I'm going to deliver for two types of people. The new or upcoming person in real estate or the person looking to grow and elevate their business. Now, do you want to know what you're going to get for being here? And it's a hint. It's not candy. I appreciate every one of you all for joining here. There was many things that you could have done on this busy Friday night, but you're all here. So I want to make sure you know what you're getting for being here. So here's what we'll cover in our short time together. One, what you're going to get for being here. Two, why over 90% of real estate investors lose money and why over 70% of real estate agents make less than six figures. Here's a hint. It's not for lack of hard work or being lazy. Number three, the one thing that'll give you a stable money-making real estate business. And number four, how to apply that one thing to your business today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. How to apply it today. So let's start with number one, what you're going to get for being here. I know you all are wondering that. I know you're wondering, am I really going to give you the blueprint to make at least $10,000 a month in real estate? Am I really going to give you a secret project I've been working on for years that can make you tons of money starting today? Yes, 100%. I am. And every single person here today will get it for free. If you were here on part one on Wednesday, you got part one secret project in your email. But if you stay here today for the whole duration, you will get part two secret project to your email. But I can't tell you what it is yet. You have to stay and find out. But just so you know it's legit, this is something I will sell. And at the end of this live event, I'll tell you how to get it for free. So stay tuned in. But for now, let's get this ball rolling. I never expect you to just take me by my word for how powerful community is. So I want to prove it to you. Closure Side Community is a community that teaches anyone in real estate how to make more money. Let me explain. I'm a big believer in proof. One of the issues that we're having right now is a lot of people will make claims or they'll operate off of theory without having proof. So I believe in giving proof. Everyone talks a lot. Anyone can make promises, but very few people actually have proof. But everything I've done in real estate to this point, throughout these past years, I've kept proof front and center. To do that, I make sure I do everything I said I would do. Let's start with Chris A. Williams as a real estate agent. As a real estate agent, I went from $12,000 earned income year one to over $200,000 earned income year two. I grew a social media presence to a significant amount of followers on various social platforms, not just one, but various, able to transition my real estate business from paid leads to exclusively social media leads and referrals, people reaching out to me. I was featured in national media such as HGTV, Housing Wire, Real Estate Rockstars, Real Producers, and more. Now let's talk about Chris A. Williams as a real estate investor. As a real estate investor, my first investment property was a rental that will make me $288,000 in passive income. Year one in real estate investing, I took home multiple six figures with no paid leads. My average middleman fee on a deal is $35,000. And I was able to build and acquire a seven-figure rental portfolio in less than 18 months. But to make money myself wasn't enough. I wanted to extend my knowledge to my community. So I started the Access Real Estate Team. The Access Real Estate Team year one sold $58 million in sales. We have multiple five-star reviews, which have led clients directly reaching out to us, where we didn't have to chase clients. They reached out directly to us. We trained brand new multiple agents who have been able to close deals and make money consistently from the skills we've taught them. And these same agents and more, they've been able to transition their individual business Two, clients reaching out to them directly through their social media from the skills that we've taught them, the skills that they learn in community. But here's the issue. I realized I can still learn more. So what did I do? I joined the highest level real estate mastermind I could find. It's a $40,000 a year membership. But through this, I've been able to spend time, train, and be mentored personally with middleman legend Jerry Norton and terms purchase or creative financing legend Pace Morby, who are seen pictured here. I've learned 10 plus other ways to make money in real estate other than traditional methods. And I've connected with hundreds of other real estate agents and real estate investors across the US and across the world. Why did I do it? Why did I spend $40,000 a year on a real estate mastermind? When I told some people that, they said I was crazy, especially when I was already making good money in real estate. I did it because I wanted to give back more to my community. But here's the issue. I realized as a team lead for Access Real Estate Team, it is great to be able to help a ton of real estate agents and real estate investors make more money than they've ever made in real estate. But I can only help real estate agents on my team or in my local market. Sounds not fair. Can you agree with that? If I know all this information, it's really not fair if I only give it to a select few people. What about the other real estate agents and investors in my area who want to make more money consistently, just like my agents and investors do? But no, let's think even bigger. What about the tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of real estate agents and real estate investors across the US that could use the knowledge to make more money in real estate or to start making money in real estate? What about them? I mean, I have built a seven-figure real estate business and I do pay $40,000 plus a year to be mentored by the highest level of people in the real estate space. It is kind of selfish if I kept all the info, connections, and resources I have just to myself and a select few real estate agents and investors. So I had a bright idea one day. My bright idea was let me make free videos and post these on social media so anyone can see them. So I did that. And today, hundreds of thousands of people have watched these videos. But this came with another issue. Real estate agents and real estate investors across the US were learning so much from these videos, but from feedback from them, we learned that they were going through these seven bad things. And before I go through these things, I want you guys to pay attention to see, do you identify with going through any of these things? Any of these seven things? Number one, they would try the things that they learned, but they would fail because they had no experience and they didn't know what they were doing. Who can identify with that? Number two, real estate agents and investors across the US, they would try to get deals to make money in real estate, but they had no idea where to find clients. Who can identify with that? I know that was me to start. Number three, real estate agents and investors across the US, they would want to learn new things that would help them make more money in real estate, but they didn't have the time to learn these. Which one of you all want to learn more things? You want to do more deals, but you don't have the time available. Number four, real estate agents and investors across the US, they would try to explain the new things that they've learned to their broker or to their mentor for help, but their broker or mentor would not be able to help them progress any further. Who can identify with that? That happened to me also. Number five, agents and investors across the US, they would spend so much time searching for clients and they would finally find one, but they had no idea what to do when the client said no. I can identify with that one also. Number six, agents and investors across the US, they will finally find a client who's willing to work with them. After putting in all this time, they finally found a client who's willing to work with them. But they had no idea how to close a complicated deal. Happened to me also. And number seven, agents and investors across the US, they will finally find a client who's willing to work with them, but they cannot close these deals consistently to make money in real estate. Who can identify with that? One month, you may have a great month where you bring in tens of thousands, and the next month, you don't have any closings, and the next month, you have zero closings. These are common issues that other agents and investors across the US are going through. So let's stop for a second. We know the struggles real estate agents and real estate investors are facing all around the US. These 7 things that we just talked about. These are the struggles that every real estate agent and investor are facing across the US. Now, which one can you identify with? If you can identify with one of these, say something in the Q&A. Let me know which one that you identify with. I know I've identified with all of them at some point in my career as a real estate agent and a real estate investor. But let's stop again. If there's a problem or a struggle, there's a solution for it. What if there was a way you did not have to have these struggles as a real estate agent or investor? What if there was a way you didn't have to deal with any of those? Remember the number that you typed in? What if there was a way you didn't have to deal with that struggle? That thing, that thorn in your side that's been nagging you. What if there was a way you didn't have to deal with that struggle? What if there was a way that not only did you not have to deal with these struggles, but you can make over $10,000 a month consistency with less stress and less time invested as a real estate agent or a real estate investor? You don't have to deal with these anymore. What if there was a way? Would you even believe me if I told you there was a way that you can make over $10,000 a month consistently with less stress and less time invested as a real estate agent or real estate investor? That's a real question. Would you even believe me? A lot of people wouldn't believe me. Would you believe me? You can. And here's how. Here's the answer. Here's how you can do that. Community is the way you'll make over $10,000 a month consistently with less stress and less time invested as a real estate agent or real estate investor. But what did I say earlier? I never expect you to take me by my word for how powerful community is. So, proof. Don't take my word for it. Look at the proof. I just proved it to you. Are you sure, you may ask? Well, let's look again. Chris A. Williams is a real estate agent. How I was able to significantly increase my income from year 1 to year 2 just by being in community. How I was able to grow a large social media presence across various platforms to have clients come through me. That was through community. How I was able to be featured in national and local publications. That was through community. I grew my real estate agent business through community. Chris A. Williams is a real estate investor. How I was able to purchase these properties that make great income, never lose money on the deal, and to acquire a large portfolio very quickly. How I grew my real estate investor business was through community. Assets real estate team. How we were able to have so much success year 1 and have our real estate agents and real estate investors make more money than they've ever made was through community. Me joining the highest level real estate mastermind that I could find to be spend time and be trained, mentored by some of the top people in the space, and to learn multiple real estate ways to make money. I did that through community. So, if proof that adding community into your real estate business will help you make more money and less stress and less time is what you're going to get for being here today, the next thing to figure out is how to make money in real estate consistently. But instead of asking how to make money in real estate consistently, let's learn from a guy who had a net worth of 2.6 billion, not million, billion dollars at the time of his death a few years ago. Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger was an American businessman, attorney, and philanthropist. He was the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway and the closest partner of Warren Buffett, another billionaire, one that we'll actually talk about later. Charlie Munger taught a special thing called inversion, which is a problem-solving method where you consider what will cause failure and you try to avoid it. To be like Charlie, instead of asking how to make money in real estate consistently, we will ask how to lose money in real estate consistently. Let's be like a person who had a net worth of $2.6 billion. I think this is a person that we would want to learn from. So, to be like him, what we're going to ask is how to lose money in real estate consistently. So here's what we'll cover next. Why over 90% of real estate agents and real estate investors they lose money, and why over 90% of real estate investors lose money, and why over 70% of real estate agents make less than six figures. And it's not lack of hard work or being lazy. So that brings us to a good question. How do you lose money in real estate consistently? Remember, we're being like Charlie, we're asking, how do you lose money in real estate consistently? I want y'all to think about that. How do you lose money in real estate consistently? Besides giving up, that's the number one way you lose money in real estate consistently. You lose money in real estate consistently by doing business all alone, by not having community. Here's something you probably didn't know. According to a study by Clever Real Estate, a source I've used before and had my real estate agents and investors use, a source that has a nationwide network of 14,000 plus real estate agents, states that nearly all real estate investors, 90% of real estate investors, say that they've lost money on an investment. Everyone wants to be a real estate investor, but over 90% of real estate investors are losing money. We talked about investors, let's talk about real estate agents. According to a study by Market Leader, who is a trusted source for real estate agents, it states that 70% of real estate agents they make less than six figures. Many want to be a real estate agent, but over 70% are not making six figures. They're not making significant money. In 2025, in many states, to have a livable income, you need to make over six figures. Here's a chart showing that a very small percentage of real estate investors actually make money, while the large majority lose money. Here's another chart saying a small percentage of agents actually make livable income, while the large majority don't. Here's an inarguable truth. The large majority of real estate investors are not making money, and the large majority of real estate agents are not making consistent money. So can I ask you a question? What happens when you lose money as a real estate investor and you don't make consistent money as a real estate agent? What happens then? Well, that means you work 80 hours a week, year round, to miss relaxation, holidays, school plays with the family, sports events with the family, family dinners, birthdays, and nights out. You'll feel stressed, angry, confused, depressed, hopeless, and not valued. All that to take on more risks than any person reasonably should. And you'll end up poor, more stressed, and more tired than you started. And it shouldn't be that way. But remember, I was you just a few years ago. When I was trying to make money as a real estate agent and real estate investor, I faced all those things. I faced confusion, depression. I had no consistent money. I even gained 50 pounds of fat from the stress. I was alone. I had no community. I had no one to tell me the right way to do things. This is how I was feeling. And this may be how you're feeling too. What's the point of 80 plus hours a week? For you, it may not be 80. For you, it may be 40. What's the point of all that time invested year round, missing relaxation, holidays, school plays, sports events, family dinners, birthdays, and nights out? What's the point of feeling stressed, angry, being confused, depressed, hopeless, and not valued? Just as a real estate investor to lose money, and just as a real estate agent to not make consistent money. What's the point of that? Why is this? Why do over 90% of real estate investors lose money and over 70% of real estate agents not make six figures? Like I said, it's not because they don't work hard. It is not because they're lazy. If you fall in this boat, if you're a real estate investor and you lose money, and you're a real estate invest or you're a real estate agent and you don't make the money that you want to make, I want you to think about that. Why does that happen? Why do you think that happens? Well, this is the reasons why. having little or no experience, not having consistent clients, having no time available, having no one to help you, having not being able to have clients to sign with you, having deals fall through, and not having stability in making money in real estate. These are the reasons why real estate investors are losing money and why real estate agents are not making consistent money. If you fall in that boat of an investor that has lost money or an agent that's not making consistent money, you fall into one of these. And I want you to think about which one are you? Which one do you fall into? So again, the majority of real estate investors and real estate agents are either losing money or not making consistent money just to work 80 hours a week year round to miss all the things that they actually want to be a part of, to feel all these negative feelings. That's a problem. And I know I'm not the only one who sees it. And it's a big problem. But that problem is what I'm going to help solve today. And even if you're doing well, everything I'm going to share will just help you make even more money with less stress and less time. If you're a real estate agent or investor, then at some point, no matter how hard you work, you'll likely have times where you're not making the money that you want to make, not having the freedom to do what you really want, or feeling stressed or tired about your business. Who can relate? I know I can. At points, I felt that at many times in my career. Who can identify with this? As a real estate agent or real estate investor, you're not making the money that you want to make. You don't have the freedom to do what you really want, or you feel tired or stressed about your business. This can go for anybody, whether they're new, whether they're experienced, whether they have a lot of money, whether they don't. Who has felt like this before? I know I have, and many times in my career. That's a big problem. Because if you do that long enough, you will continue to lose or not make money, and you'll have an unstable business. Which brings us to point three. Because we don't want to have an unstable business. We want, point three is the one thing that will give you a stable, money making real estate business. Not an unstable business, but a stable, money making real estate business. So you have two options, real estate business owners. If you're a real estate agent or real estate investor, which we're going to get into more, you are a real estate business owner. Either option one, be like most real estate agents and investors who lose money or don't make stable money. Or option two, have a stable money making real estate business. Which one do you want to be? The agent or investor who loses money or not making money, not making stable money, or the agent or investor who has a stable money making real estate business? A community gives you option two. I want y'all to take a guess on what do all these people have in common. What do you think they have in common? They have all achieved massive wealth, especially in real estate. And they have had massive wealth for a long time, which, having massive wealth for a long time, they can only do that by surviving some of the hardest times, the worst markets, and biggest economic shifts in modern history. They survived the housing market crash in 2008, the COVID market reset, the dot-com recession housing slowdown, the housing market of affordability crisis and regional downturn, the rise of technology, and the rise of social media. Because they have community. They were able to survive all these things because they have community. So now, so no matter what they were faced with, even if they did not have the experience or knowledge to overcome it, their community did. So if they could survive all of that, and despite what was happening in the market, still make significant wealth in real estate, then it shows us that community makes bad customers, no customers, little to no experience, bad markets, bad timing, and anything else that makes real estate businesses like mine and yours lose money and make less than six figures. Community makes sure that these are not an issue in your real estate business to stop you from making money. Who here can identify with any of these things? Having bad customers or no customers, having little to no experience, being in a quote unquote bad market, or having bad timing. I know at many points in my career, I felt like these things were stopping me. But community makes sure that these are not an issue. Many real estate investors and real estate agents are doing the right things. They're prospecting, they're speaking to leads, they're trying to convert them to clients. But there's one thing. They're not doing the one thing that will make their real estate business a stable, money-making real estate business. What do y'all think that is? What is the point of doing all these things if it doesn't lead to a stable money-making real estate business? Having to work all the time, year round, missing all the things you want, feeling all these negative feelings. What is the point of doing all these things if it doesn't lead to a stable money-making real estate business? What is the point of doing all these things if, as a real estate agent or real estate investor, you're not making the money that you want to make, you don't have the freedom to do what you really want, and you feel tired, stressed, or just negative, period, about your business? What is the point? To make it simple, many real estate agents and investors have a broken real estate business. They are not making the money that they want to make, they don't have the freedom to do what they really want, or they feel tired and stressed about their business. These things make their business broken, as you see. But so many real estate agents and real estate investors, they make the mistake of focusing on everything in their business or everything else in their business except the thing that makes them money. And focusing on everything else in their business, which is the same as obsessing over how fast your car is going to go when in reality the engine doesn't even start. There's no point in having a Ferrari if the engine doesn't start. Let me say it again. Many real estate agents and real estate investors make the mistake of focusing on everything else in their business except creating a stable, money making real estate business, which is the same as obsessing over how fast your car is going to go when in reality the engine doesn't even start. So, if a stable money making real estate business is the most important thing, and community is the most powerful way to achieve a stable money making real estate business, next question is, how do you join in community? Well, you join a top tier real estate community for real estate agents and real estate investors. And here's what it looks like when it's done right. Here's what joining community looks like when it's done right. Number one, you know what to do to close more deals consistently. Number two, you know where to find consistent clients. Number three, you have time to learn new things. Number four, you have help. Number five, you can overcome a client saying no. Number six, you know how to close a complicated deal. And number seven, you close deals consistently in real estate. Who here would like to have any of these things? Even if it's just one. Who here would like to have that in their business? I know when I first started, if I would have just been able to have one of these things in my business, I would not have only made $12,000 my first year. When you join community, you no longer have to work these long hours year round, miss all the things you want, and feel negative just to lose money or not make stable money. So instead of feeling bad or having a broken real estate business, when you join community, you now are able to work a focused, predictable schedule that still produces your results. You can choose your own schedule. You can build a business that runs even when you're not on. You get to attend the things that you really want to attend to: relaxation, vacation, holidays, children's school plays, sports events, family dinners, birthdays, nights out. And instead of feeling bad, feeling negative, you feel calm, you feel happy, you feel clear, you feel uplifted, you feel hopeful, and you feel appreciated. Because now you're running a stable, money making real estate business. And this all comes from community. Before community, as a real estate agent or investor, you struggle with at least one of these things. Remember, we talked about this earlier. If you can identify with one of these seven. Before community, this is something that you're struggling with. So, all of you who are not in community now, more than likely, you're struggling with one of these things. You could nod your head if you agree. I know I struggle with all of these things before I joined the community. But now, by joining community, you don't have to struggle with those anymore, but you know how to do all the good things, the things that'll actually make you money in your real estate business. So now you know the one thing that'll make your real estate business a stable money making real estate business, which is joining community. It is an arguable truth that community is the way you will make over $10,000 a month consistently with less stress and less time invested as a real estate agent or real estate investor. But what did I say earlier? We just talked about it being an arguable truth that community is the way to have a stable money making business as a real estate agent or real estate investor. But what did I say earlier? I never expect you to just take my word for how powerful community is. So I'll prove it to you again. Am I sure? I am. Remember, I was just you a few years ago. Before joining community, I tried to do it on my own as a real estate agent and real estate investor, which led to me feeling all these negative things. Led to me not having a life that I wanted. I had little experience. I had no consistent clients. I had no time. I had no one to help me. Couldn't get clients to sign with me. Deals were falling through. And I had no stability in making money in real estate. I did not have a stable money making real estate business. But after I joined community, I went from pretty much zero to making a significant amount. I was able to grow a social media presence and grow a platform online to which national brands and local brands reached out. But more importantly than that, clients reached out wanting to work with me without me having to do extra work, extra stress, and extra time. As a real estate investor through community, I was able to profit very well on deals, not lose any money on a real estate investment, and acquire properties very quickly. When I created Assets Real Estate Team through community, we were able to have so much success very quickly and help others in our ecosphere, in our community, also make money. But that was all through community. And joining the highest level real estate mastermind, I was able to get in there by community, and I was able to learn great skills and be around some of the highest level people in the industry through community. Within a year of being in community, I was able to purchase my first house, buy my dream car, and go on my dream vacation. If y'all can see this tweet right here, this timestamp is 2018. I purchased this car, I want to say around 6 years or so later. So spoke into existence, and I have community to thank for that. And I did this all before I was 24 years old. Everything I've accomplished, I have community to thank for it. But let's stop. Don't just look at my personal proof. Look at the proof of others, just like you, who have used community to achieve their dreams. Meet Devin. Devin was a real estate agent who had been trying but still wasn't closing as many deals as he wanted, but through community, he was able to achieve his first $1 million month. Before community, Devin was fired from his job at Domino's and had nowhere else to turn. But after joining community, Devin was able to have his first $1 million sales month. Essence, before joining community, she was not sure what to do in real estate. She didn't really know what real estate was. But after joining community, Essence was able to purchase her first investment and start growing her real estate portfolio. Some of you may identify with Devin. You may be real estate agents who are struggling and looking to grow their business. Some of you may be like Essence. You may just be a regular everyday person. You may be a local business owner. You may not be in real estate or think you're in real estate at all, but you want to make money in real estate. That's why you're here. And Gio, before community, was spending hours searching for deals, losing time, and being stressed. But after joining community, Gio was able to have top level deals brought to him, which gave him much needed time and happiness. Some of you may identify with Gio. You may be high level. You may already be making money in real estate. But like they say, more money, more problems. You may be dealing with stress, unhappiness. Through community, Gio was able to get rid of those things. But let's stop again. Don't just look at my personal proof or the proof of others just like you. Look at the proof of others who've used community to achieve massive wealth. As we talked about them earlier. They survive all of these different markets, proving that community helps through any market because they have community. So now that we know it's been proven that community is the one thing that will give you a stable money-making real estate business as a real estate agent or real estate investor, let's go to point four. We've already covered all of these points, and we just covered the one thing that gives you a stable money-making real estate business. How do you apply the one thing to your business? And the purpose of this section is to show you two things. One, community works for anyone in real estate. And two, one piece of community is all you need to get amazing results. You just need one piece in community, one thing in community to get amazing results. And before you think to yourself, I'm not sure if this will work for me. There's only two types of people in real estate. Number one, a real estate agent. And this is going to shock a lot of you all, so I want you to pay attention. Real estate agents, anyone who helps others buy, sell, or transact real estate. If your main role is helping someone complete a real estate transaction, you are a real estate agent. Yes, even if you're a vendor, you're considered a real estate agent. And by a vendor, I mean a cleaner, a contractor, a handyman, a stager, a photographer, a painter. You are considered a real estate agent. Notice I didn't say licensed real estate agent, but you are considered a real estate agent because you help others buy, sell, and transact real estate. That's number one. And number two is a real estate investor. This may shock you also. You're a real estate investor if you acquire, control, or profit from real estate ownership. So, yes, you who just owns a home, who has not thought about real estate investing before, you just own a home. You are a real estate investor. You just don't know it yet. You may ask, what if I'm new or I haven't started yet? Or maybe I'm not sure of which one I want to be. Great question. Well, I would ask, which one do you want to be? Really quick, identify which one are you, one or two. As we discussed, all of you all are either one or number two. So which one are you? Think that to yourself. Are you a real estate agent or are you a real estate investor? If you're in real estate or you want to be in real estate, you are one or two. You're no one else. It's only these two. So this means if you are in real estate, community can work for you. Great. So now we know number one, which is community works for anyone in real estate. Let's move on to number two. One piece or one thing of community is all you need to get amazing results. Remember, we know there's only two types of people in real estate, a real estate agent and a real estate investor. But let's just talk about how one piece or one thing in community works for a real estate agent. About to go back to the future. Let's time travel. This is me at 22 years old. I have finally gotten some closed deals, as you can tell by my shoes, but my real estate agent business was not stable. I had no idea where my next check was coming from. I thought I could control it just by going in every single day for hours making calls, but it didn't really work because buyers would back out due to market conditions. Until I joined community with Gio, who taught me how to work with real estate investors. Going back here, how many of you can identify with this? Being an agent, real estate agent who's closing deals, but you don't have a predictable business. You don't know how much money you're going to make next month. You don't know if the interest rates rise, what's going to happen with your business. Who can identify with that? But until I joined community with Gio, who taught me how to work with real estate investors, and as a real estate agent, from the knowledge that I learned by joining in community, I was able to make over $10,000 a month and have a stable real estate money-making business at 23 years old while only working as a real estate agent. This is before me as an investor. This was only me as a real estate agent. So I went from not having stability in business to having a very stable money-making business just by joining community. Now let's time travel again. This is me a bit older. This is me at 24. After purchasing my first investment property. I finally purchased my first investment property. I was going to rent this property out to tenants to make cash flow per month. The problem here, as you can see behind me, this property needs tens of thousands of repairs. It needs a lot of money. It needs a lot of work and repairs. And I already spent a lot of money purchasing the home. I just didn't want to spend any more. Just to only make $200 a month cash flow. That's what it would have been if I kept that as a regular rental, which is what I knew at the time. This is a problem. Here's how joining community helped my problem. By joining community, I had more experienced real estate investors teach me a real estate investing strategy where I could make more cash flow per month without doing any repairs to my property. And since I was taught this by my community, not only did I get my initial investment back 100%, but I've been able to profit tens of thousands of dollars from this one property. Joining community works for anyone in real estate. The only two types of people in real estate, which are a real estate agent and real estate investor. And if you're new or haven't started yet or not sure which one you want to be, this still applies to you. Just choose one. But joining community doesn't just work, it does more than that. Joining community took me from 37 cents in my account to almost $200,000 cash just sitting around before the age of 25. Joining community took me from barely any income to high earning income and having clients and brands reach out to me nationally and locally. And growing a real estate agent business was all through community. Who here would like to go from small income to larger income and have clients reaching out to them and for national brands and local brands to reach out to them? Who here? When I first started, I would have loved for that to happen. And it did, thankfully. But it was through community. As a real estate investor, being able to make a lot of money from my first property, not ever lose money on a real estate investment, and acquire a lot of properties very quickly, I was able to do that through community, through Assets Real Estate Team. How we were able to be very successful from year one and be able to teach these skills to not just our agents, but also real estate investors to make more money and get life-changing skills that can be kept for forever. That was through community. Within a year of being in the community, I was able to purchase my first house, buy my dream car, and go on my dream vacation. Everything I've accomplished, I have community thing for it. But stop. Let's not just look at my personal proof. Let's look at the proof of others just like you who have used community to achieve their dreams. Devin, before community, being fired from his job, actually, he was fired from his minimum wage job and he had nowhere else to turn. But after joining community, Devin was able to have his first $1 million sales month. How many of you would like that story? To go from working minimum wage or go from working and not making the money that you want to make to be able to having $1 million sales in a month? How many of you real estate agents would like that? How many real estate investors would like that? Meet Essence. Before community, she was not sure on what to do at all in real estate. But after joining community, she was able to purchase her first investment and start growing her real estate portfolio. How many of you would like to be like Essence? You may right now. Right now, you may not know what to do in real estate. You may not know what to say, where to go, who to talk to. But after joining community, before joining community, Essence was just like you. But after joining community, she was able to break those walls down and purchase her first property and start growing her portfolio. Who would want to be like Essence? Who can identify with that? And Gio. Before community, Gio was spending hours searching for deals, losing time, and being stressed. How many of you feel that way? Where you know how to do real estate, you make money from real estate already, but you're stressed out. You don't have the time that you want. You don't have time freedom. But after joining community, Gio was able to have top level deals brought to him consistently, which gave him back much time and happiness. How many of you would like back your time and happiness? And stop again. Don't just look at the personal proof of others. Look at the proof. Don't just look at the personal proof of myself or look at the personal proof of others just like you. Look at others who have used community to achieve massive wealth. All of them have used community to achieve massive wealth, being able to survive huge market downturns, all because they have community. So again, we know that it's been proven that community is the one thing that will give you a stable money-making real estate business as a real estate agent or real estate investor. But before you think to yourself, I'm not sure if this will work for me. Remember, I was just you a few years ago. Before joining community, I tried to do it on my own as a real estate agent and real estate investor. I felt all these negative feelings. I didn't have a schedule that I want to work to. I was a slave to my real estate business. I had all these negative things that were going on. This was before joining community. But I found the one thing that worked for me. Just the one thing, the one piece that worked for me. However, for me, there were a few one things because I have a few multiple roles in real estate. The one thing that's led to me never losing money on a real estate investment deal, I learned from joining community. The one thing that's led to me making 6 figures plus as a real estate agent with little to no effort I learned from joining community. The one thing that gave me a stable money-making real estate business, I learned from joining community. Think of your real estate business. What's the one thing that you're missing? Think of it for a second. If you're a real estate agent or you're a real estate investor, what is the one thing that you're missing in your business? You may think you're far off, but you may just be one thing away from consistently making $10,000 a month in real estate. Just one thing away. With less stress, less time, and a stable money making real estate business. Which also means that you get to feel all these happy feelings when you have a stable money making real estate business. But before you think to yourself, I'm not sure this will work for me, remember, there's only two types of people in real estate. There's a real estate agent and real estate investor. And community works for anyone who wants to make money or make more money in real estate. Which means if you are in real estate or you want to be, community can work for you. Community works for anyone who wants to make money or make more money in real estate. So we know, and it's been proven, that community is the one thing that'll give you a stable money-making real estate business as a real estate agent or a real estate investor. Can I ask you a question? Y'all let me know. Can I ask you a question? We've discussed all these things, but now I want to let you, I've been talking for a while, but I want to see, can I ask you a question? My question is, will you join my community? But before you say yes, because I know you're excited, I need you to know my community can only take on people who are looking to make money in real estate. One may ask, can I still join even if I'm brand new? The answer is yes, absolutely. If you're looking to make money or make more money in real estate, the Closer Society community was created just for you. Remember, there's only two types of people in real estate, a real estate agent or a real estate investor. And we have proved that if you are in real estate or you want to be, community can work for you. So why will joining the Closer Society community work for you? Education. Many people are not far away from making $10,000 a month plus in real estate. They just need one thing to get them there. At Closure Society, we provide education for each person based on that one thing. We've included exclusive videos, courses, and modules that are not available to the public, and they never will be. Many people think that they can find their one thing by searching online or reading hundreds of books. But I tried to do that myself. I did try to do it myself, y'all, before I joined community. And the truth is, I spent thousands of hours wasting time and missing out on money by reading and watching information that was not relevant to me. Another thing we do in Closure Society, coaching, correction, and accountability at all times. As a real estate agent or investor, without joining community, you can easily feel alone or that the people you're surrounded with are not helping you grow. But Closure Society eliminates that by bringing high-level, seven-figure plus real estate agents and investors from across the U.S. to give you training, coaching, correction, and new tips and methods to make the maximum amount in real estate. You will also be surrounded by people of all experience and income types, so you will not need to feel small despite your experience or income level. There is space in Closure Society for anyone who wants to make money in real estate, whether they have $1 million in their account or only $1. We all started from somewhere. You get the environment you can't build alone in Closure Society. You're surrounded daily by agents and investors who are practicing, posting wins, sending deals, and pushing you higher. Proximity equals production. The deal table. This is a big thing. The deal table is a big element we're pushing in Closure Society. I have a nationwide network of thousands of agents. Plus, I own a local brokerage and real estate team that comprises of 20 plus local real estate agents that every single day find and bring real estate deals to make money on. What would it do for your business if you were able to see those deals first? The closers in Closure Society will get first dibs through the deal table. But can I let you in on a secret? After years of training and coaching real estate agents and real estate investors, I found out this secret. If y'all want to know, let me know. Anytime I've given out something for free, no real estate agent or real estate investor took it seriously. Can any of you identify with that? You give away your time, you give away hard work, and people don't take it seriously. I spent so much time creating it just for people to not take it serious. This honestly, this made me not want to come out with closure sided community. I had two choices. One was not come out with community at all, and two, but here's my second option. Here's my second choice. I realized instead of focusing on the majority of people in real estate who do nothing or quit, the same majority who lose money or don't make consistent money, I will create closure society and invite the select few, the inspired, the people who actually want to make money in real estate, to join in closure society community with me. People who pay, they pay attention. When you, as a real estate agent or real estate investor, invest in this community, you show up, you apply, you practice, you follow the plan given to you create a stable, money making real estate business, and you make more money with less stress and less time spent. What would it do to your business if you could just do one of these things? If you could just do one of these things, how much more money would you make in real estate? Think that to yourself. How much money would you make if you could just do one of these things? Seriously, how much more money would you make in real estate? What is that number? If you could just do one of these things, what is that number? Would it be 10,000 more? Would it be $50,000 more? Would it be $100,000 more? Would it be $1 million more? If you could just do one of these things. Hope you've been thinking of that number. How much would you be willing to pay that number to get that number? If you could, let's say if you could make $100,000 extra, how much money would you be willing to pay to make $100,000 extra in your real estate business? Think of that number. What about this actually? How much, instead of the money, how much would you be willing to pay for this? To be able to create your own schedule, work a focused, predictable schedule that still produces results, being able to build a business that runs when you're not on, getting to attend all the things that you want to attend to, and be able to feel positive, feel calm, happy, clear, uplifted, hopeful, and appreciated because you're running a stable money making real estate business. How much would you be willing to pay for that? Seriously, how much would you pay to make your freedom number in real estate every month? How much would you pay to have time freedom, to be able to choose your own schedule, truly, have less stress, and just feel good about your business? Not just about your business, but about yourself, your life, and your family. What's that number? How much would you be willing to pay for that? Some people may say 50,000. Some people may say 100,000. Some people may say priceless. Everybody has a different number. How much would you be willing to pay for that? Let's time travel. Remember, I was you just a few years ago. This is me before joining the community, feeling all these negative things. Let's ask, how much would he pay? In fact, let's ask, how much did he pay? Because he did pay. Take a guess. How much do you think it cost me to join community so I could make my freedom number in real estate every month, so I could have time freedom to be able to choose my own schedule, to have less stress, and just feel good about myself and not just my business, but about myself, my life, and my family? Someone take a guess. How much do you think I paid to join community so I could do these things? I want to hear you all's opinion on how much do you think I paid. Here's the number. The total I invested in joining community was $85,000 in less than 24 months. But here are the results, though. You may see that number, it gets sticker shock and be like, goodness gracious, that's a lot of money. Yeah, it was a lot of money, but the results were also a lot more. I made 10 times the money I invested, meaning that I invested $85,000 into joining community, but I made $850,000 plus actually. But for example purposes, we'll put 10x. I made $850,000 in earned income from investing in joining community. So, let me ask you a question. Would you say it's reasonable that it will be worth half of $85,000 to make your freedom number in real estate every month by joining community? Would it be worth half of $85,000 for you to have time freedom, be able to choose your own schedule, have less stress, and just feel good about your business? Not just about your business, but about your life and your family. Would it be worth half of $85,000, which is $42,500, if you even got one third of my results from joining community? Now you may ask, what's that look like? Well, first, I want you to think of that number that I told you to think of earlier. About if you were able to get all these positive things happening in your real estate business, to be able to make money in real estate consistently, to have less stress, to have more time, to have more freedom, what would that be worth? Now, my question would be, would it be worth $42,500 if you just got a third of my results? Not even 10x, just a third of my results. This is what the math will look like. If you just got a third of my results and you only spent half of what I spent, your results would be your total investment in joining community would be $42,500, and your results would be $283,333 in earned income just because you joined community. And that's if you just did a third of my results, which is very conservative. So let me ask you a question. So if I took everything I know from investing in community plus years and other information, would it make sense if I charged $42,500 to invest in joining a closed society community? Remember, these are my results. I made 10 times the money I invested. I made $850,000 plus in earned income from investing and joining community. Plus, I make my freedom number in real estate every month. I have time freedom, able to choose my own schedule, having less stress, feeling good about myself and my business, feeling great about myself, my life, and family just from joining community. And remember, if we're being conservative, this will be your results. So I ask you again. So if I took everything I know from investing in community, plus years and other information, would it make sense if I charged $42,500 to invest in joining the Closure Society community? And here's your results will look like. If you were to invest $42,500 into joining the community, your results will be $283,333 in earned income. What could you do with the extra $283,000? Now, it may seem like a lot of money to invest up front, but think about that's what an investment is for. What would you be able to do with the extra money? But don't worry though. Don't worry. Investing into joining the Closer Society community will not be priced at $42,500. I know people are probably clapping right now. They're like, goodness gracious, that was a lot. I understand. I don't expect you to be like me and spend that much. But it should be. But it won't even be 50% of that. To invest in the joining the Closure Society community, it won't even be 50% of that. So the question is, how much to invest into joining into the Closure Society community? Now, this is what you get when you invest into joining the community. You get education, coaching, correction, and accountability, weekly trainings with top agents and top investors. You get the environment you can't build alone. You get the plan, the people, and the path to winning in real estate. You learn how to close deals every month with no more guessing. You have time to grow. You get help when you need it. You learn where to get your clients from. You learn how to turn no's into yeses. You learn how to close hard deals. You start closing deals over and over, not once, not sometimes, but consistently. This is a $42,500 value, conservatively. But I'm not going to charge you. I'm not I'm not going to charge that much to invest in community. You actually get a special discount because you're on this call. Remember, within a year of community, I was able to purchase my first house, buy my dream car, and go on my dream vacation before I was 24 years old. Everything I've accomplished, I have community to thank for it. But stop. Don't just look at my personal proof. Look at the proof of others, just like you, who've used community to achieve their dreams. Devin, before community, was fired from his minimum wage job and had nowhere else to turn. But after joining community, Devin was able to have his first $1 million sales month. Who can identify with Devin? Remember Essence? Before community, she was not sure on what to do in real estate or who to talk to or anything. But after joining community, Essence was able to purchase her first investment and start growing her real estate portfolio. Who's feeling like Essence right now? Not knowing what to do, not knowing who to talk to, what steps to take. And then Geo again. Who's feeling like Geo? Making money in real estate, but you're stressed out. You're spending hours searching for deals, you're losing time, and just overall stress. But after joining community, Geo was able to have top level deals brought to him, giving him much needed time back and happiness. And as we said, even though investing into joining the Closing Society community is valued at $42,500, investing into it will not be priced at $42,500, even though it should be. In fact, it won't even be 50% of that. In fact, I actually want to give my community even more. So not only am I going to cut the price over half, or actually a large portion, which I'm going to talk about in a second, but I want to give you even more. So we created the founding member club of Closure Society. The founding members club of Closure Society not only get a huge record-breaking discount on their investment to join community, and before I even get into this, when I pitched this to other people, they said you were crazy. Just like when I started the free online event, they said you were crazy. Why would you do that at such a discount? But like I said, I want to be in community with people that I like. I want to for all of us to make money in real estate together and rule the real estate world. So founding members club of Closure Society, you get a huge record-breaking discount. Not only that, but you also I'm giving founding members tools that they can use from day one. Are you ready for it? Such as Middleman Income 101. With Middleman Income 101, you will learn how to make money without using your own money. You'll learn how to make tens of thousands of dollars just by connecting people. You don't need a license, you don't need any credit, you don't need any experience required. With Middleman Income 101, you'll get simple steps that anyone can follow. You can learn the exact words to pay the sellers or to say to sellers and buyers. Middleman Income 101 is perfect for beginners and real estate agents. Middleman Income 101, you can do this from your phone and you can make money from this in any area in the USA. For reference, my average middleman income fee per deal, or my average middleman income per deal, is $35,000. Middleman Income 101 is the fastest way to start making money in real estate. And as a conservative value, Middleman Income 101 has a $7,000 value. I'm also going to give you the one-page seller contract. The contract that makes real estate deals simple. It's only one page, easy for sellers to say yes. It's attorney level protection. It has been written by an attorney. Saves you time, it saves you money, and it works for purchasing house flips, rentals, and any middleman deals. Works great for the Middleman Income 101 module because you can use this contract directly with the information that you learn from Middleman Income 101. My average middleman income per deal is $35,000. This contract, the one-page seller contract, will give you the confidence that you need to get deals under contract today, even with little to no experience. The one-page seller contract has an estimated value of $1,200. I'm also going to give you another contract, the assignment contract. This is the paper that gets you paid. This is simple, clean, and proven, and it shows buyers how your deal works. It protects your middleman income so there's no legal confusion. It makes closing smooth to get you paid on time faster. Remember, it's the paper that gets you paid. And as I said, my average middleman income per deal is $35,000. This contract is how you deal. It's how your deal turns into a check. Another one that has a $1,200 value. Now, someone may ask, if I want to do the middleman income, can't I just use a real estate contract from my MLS? The answer for that is no, because most real estate contracts have a clause in there that states that it cannot be assigned, that the contract is non assignable. So, if you were to use that contract, you would be in violation and could face some pretty severe penalties, including losing your license. I'm also going to include the Smart Buyer MAO formula. So you can use this to never overpay for a deal. This is actually something I've never shared publicly before. A lot of people, they want to use the 70% rule when they're analyzing deals and looking at formula, but this is much better than that. This actually tells you the right offer price, the easy math anyone can follow. It's better than the old 70% rule. It works for middleman income, house flips, rentals, and seller deals, and it saves you from bad deals. Using this is how I never lost money on a real estate investment, unlike 90% of other real estate investors. This is the one formula that keeps every deal safe and profitable. Smart Buy MAO formula has a value of 497. I'm also going to give you, I know I'm giving you a lot, but I want to give you as much value as possible. I'm also going to give you Acquisitions 101, which in this, you will learn how to talk to sellers like a pro. You'll learn what to say, you'll learn how to build trust fast, and you'll learn how to ask the right questions, and you'll learn how to make offers sellers accept. You'll also learn how to beat competing investors and agents, and you'll learn how to get deals under contract quickly. This works greatly with Middleman Income 101 because you can use this to become a middleman and make money from real estate deals. And again, my average middleman income per deal is $35,000. So if that's my average, how much do you think that you can make from a middleman income 101 deal? Acquisitions 101 is a skill that makes you money for the rest of your life. $3,500 value for Acquisition 101. Which of you would like to have a skill that you can make money from for the rest of your life? Which of you would like to have the skills to be able to talk to sellers like a pro, to be able to get any deal in the contract? I'm also going to give you Disposition 101. So with Disposition 101, you'll learn how to find buyers for your middleman income deals and get paid fast. In Disposition 101, you'll learn where cash buyers come from, how to build a real buyers list, how to market your deals, how to get the highest middleman income fee, how to close deals quickly, and this works even if you have zero buyers now. Dispositions 101 will teach you how to turn any deal into real money fast. Who wants to know how to turn any deal into real money into their account fast? Dispositions 101 will give a $3,500 value. Ignore the cover photo on that. I'm also going to give you a 4-hour real seller appointment recording. I went on an appointment with the seller for 4 hours and negotiated with them. It was a very tough negotiation. You can watch the real seller negotiation from start to finish. You'll be able to see every step in a live appointment, hear every question the seller asks, watch me turn her no's into yeses, watch how I build trust, watch how I run the numbers, watch how I close the deal. This is no guesswork. This is no theory, no practice. This is a real life seller, a real 4-hour long appointment. You'll watch the real deal from start to finish and find out the best way to watch it. And the best way to learn is to watch it happen for real. This is valued at $1,000. You get all of this as part of a founding member. But what about what's in it for real estate agents? Because if you're a real estate agent watching, you may be like, okay, that's cool and all, but I just want to learn how to make more money as a real estate agent. I don't care about middleman income. I don't care about investing. I just want to make more money as a real estate agent. Okay, great. I have something for you also. I'm giving you, as part of a founding member, Working with Investors to Win More Deals module. You will learn how to work with buyers who buy again. One of the biggest issues for real estate agents is that they can't find consistent buyers. There's little buyers, things like that. They may back out when the market gets tough, when the interest rates rises. What if you can find a way to work with buyers who always buy again? Who would like that? What if you could work with a buyer who buys 20 plus deals a year? Who would like that? Is it real? Yes, I know it's real because it happened to me. Learn how, in the Work with Investors Win More Deal module, you'll learn how real estate investors think. You'll learn where to find them. You'll learn how to analyze deals like they do. You'll learn how to be their go-to, their number one agent. You'll close more deals with less effort. You'll be able to turn one client into 10 to 20 plus deals a year. You'll become a problem solver, not just an agent. This is all in the Work with Investors Win More Deals module, which also includes the double dip commission system, so how to make more money, the scripts that make investors choose you, the lifetime investor method, the numbers that never lose formula, the investor magnet method, and the win-win deal maker system. This is valued at $7,000. But for our founding members, I'm including it for you for no extra charge. Also, this is something I was not going to do at all. But for my founding members exclusively, because you are all the people that I want to be in community with, I'm actually going to do this just for you all. A 1 hour one-on-one coaching call where you bring your deals, you bring your questions, you bring your problems, you get a custom plan. You can fix the bottlenecks in your business fast. You'll know exactly what to do to make money or make more money in real estate. One call or one Zoom can save you months of struggles and give you the exact steps to make hundreds of thousands conservatively in real estate. This has a $900 value conservatively, and you get it just for becoming a founding member of Closer Society. Who here is dealing with the issue in their business that they just wish someone could help them on? I know when I started, before I was in community, there were a lot of issues that I dealt with in business where I tried to research, where I tried to watch videos, where I tried to read books, and these could never be solved. I would read tons of books and still have the same issue. Versus having a conversation, a one-on-one with someone high level, I was able to fix that very quickly, as I showed you all in the examples of my rental property and with me as a real estate agent. Also included for founding members is a 40% affiliate program. Now, this is something that will probably excite you the most. You earn money just by sharing the community. So anybody that you bring into community, whether they're a founding member or whether they just join community, period, you'll get paid 40% for every person that you bring into the community. So this is how you make back your membership fast. You build extra passive income with no effort because we do the selling and you get the commission. And this works even if you have zero followers. You get paid for helping others win. It says $2,500 value, but that's very conservative. Imagine if you bring 10 friends. Imagine you're a real estate team lead and you bring 10 of your agents in. You get 40% from what they make. Now, this is actually paying you better than any rental property would just by bringing people in. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is share the community and you will get paid for bringing people in community. So this is what you're going to get when you join Closer Society Community as a founding member. The Closer Society Community with the plan, the steps, the coaching, the weekly training, the help, the answers, the accountability, and the winning environment you can't build alone, which has a $42,500 value. You also get the Middleman Income 101 module, which has a $7,000 value, where you can make five-figure checks with zero money, zero credit, zero license, and zero risk. You get the one-page seller contract, which has a $1,200 value, which is a high-level attorney-written contract that gets sellers to say yes fast. You get the assignment contract, which has a $1,200 value, the exact document that turns your contract into a real check. You get the Smart MAO formula, which has a $497 value, where you can know the correct offer every time with no overpaying, with no losing money. You get Acquisitions 101, which is a $3,500 value, where you learn how to talk to sellers, build trust, handle objections, and lock up deals like a pro. You get Dispositions 101, which is a $3,500 value, where you learn how to find cash buyers, move deals fast, and get paid the most. You also get 4-hour real seller appointment recording, which is a $1,000 value. You get the Work with Investors, Win More Deals module, which is a $7,000 value, which is your fastest path to more closings with less work. You get an hour one-on-one coaching call, which has a $900 value, which is my personal eyes on your business, your deals, your plan, your next steps. You also get the founding member 40% affiliate program, which has a $2,500 value where you earn 40% commissions for life. One referral can cover your membership. You get a total value when joining Closure Society as a founding member of $70,797. This is what you're going to get when you join the Closure Society community as a founding member. Now, this is a value, but this isn't the price. Stay around. I'm going to tell you the price. Don't freak out. Remember, this is all you get, or these are all of the things that you get as a founding member. So you get the Closure Society community for $42,500 value. You get Middleman Income 101, which has a $7,000 value. You get the one-page seller contract, which has a $1,200 value. You get the assignment contract, which has a $1,200 value. You get the Smart MAO formula, which has a $497 value. You get the 4-hour real seller appointment recording, which has a $1,000 value. You get Acquisitions 101, which has a $3,500 value. You get Dispositions 101, which has a $3,500 value. You get Work with Investors, Win More Deals module, which has a $7,000 value. You get an hour one-on-one coaching call with me, which has a $900 value. And you get the founding member 40% affiliate program, which has a $2,500 value. Total value of $70,797. So let me ask you a question. If all this did was have you finally make your freedom number real estate every month, would it be worth it at $70,797? If all this did was not have you to rely on paid leads, would it be worth it? If all this did was give you your time freedom, would it be worth it? If all this did was be able to choose your own schedule, would it be worth it? If all this did was give you less stress, would it be worth it? If all this did was feel good about your own business, not just about your own business, but about yourself, your life, your family, would it be worth it? If all this did was give you just a third of the results I got from joining a community. Remember, I made 10 times the money I invested. I made $850,000 in earned income from investing and joining a community. If you just got a third of my results, would it be worth it? You can see why it's a good deal at $70,797. Even though investing, here's another thing. I know y'all are seeing the price and like, goodness gracious, but that's not the price. Don't worry. I'm going to tell you in a second. Even though investing into joining as a founding member into the Closure Society community is valued at $70,797, investing into joining the Closure Society community will not be priced at $70,797. In fact, it won't even be 50% of that. So this is what I'm going to do for y'all. While I'm on here for the next 30 minutes, just for you, I'm actually about to set my alarm now for the next 30 minutes. Actually, we're a bit behind. So we're going to do the next 27 minutes. So for the next 27 minutes, just for you, because you're just like inspired few that take action, and you're not like the majority of real estate agents and real estate investors who lose money or don't make significant money because they quit or they don't take action. You're who I want to be in community with, and you're who I want to share my community with. So while I'm on here for the next 30 minutes, just for you, for founding members to invest into the Closure Society community, you can join as a founding member now for just $25.99 today. This is the lowest price you'll ever see. This will never be offered again. This is your only shot to become a founding member. Included in your $25.99 today is your annual community cost plus all the resources we talked about paid once. You get all the resources for forever. You get to do whatever you want with them. Everything's included. Nothing's held back. And to access the founding member offer today, all you need to do is go to closersociety.org, not .com, closersociety.org/go. Now you have two choices. First option, you do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free. but it's also the easiest way to end up like the majority of real estate investors who lose money, or the majority of real estate agents who don't make the money that they want. That's the first option. Or you have option number two, which is take the leap of faith and make this small investment into joining community today. It is a small investment because compared to all the value you'll get in return, compared to all the money that you'll make from this, you get a lot. And just give it a shot. Honestly, if I can't make you money, then I don't deserve yours. So go to closersociety.org/go to access your founding member offer. Remember, you get $70,797 of value for just $25.99 today. And also, when you join today as a founding member, your price will never go up. Closer Society is an annual membership, but your price will never go up. Prices are going up. I presented an offer similar to this on Wednesday, and the price already went up. From Wednesday's price to today's price, the price is not the same. I believe 100% in raising prices in business. That is something that we talk about in Closer Society because a business runs off of profit. The more profit a business can bring in, the more it can invest into resources for the business. So in you all, it will be investing more into community. Again, $70,797 value for $25.99 today. This is your only shot to become a founding member. To access your offer, go to closersociety.org/go. Remember, within a year of being in community, I was able to purchase my first house, buy my dream car, and go on my dream vacation, all before I was 24 years old, just by being in community. So if you want to be anything like me, you would join community for yourself also. But I actually want you to be better than me. So join community today. $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. Go to closersociety.org/go to get your offer. Everything I've accomplished, I have community to thank for. But don't just look at my personal proof. Look at the proof of others, just like you, who have used community to achieve their dreams. Before community, Devin, who can identify with this? Before community, or right now, you may be facing money problems. You may be facing a minimum wage job, not making the money that you want to make, and you're just looking for a way out. You feel like you have nowhere to turn. But through community, just like how Devin was able to have his first $1 million sales month. If you're feeling like Devin and you want to get a way out, you want to make consistent money in real estate as a real estate agent or real estate investor, you'll go to closersociety.org/go. Get $70,797 worth of value for only $25.99 today. Who here can identify with Essence? Before joining community, or right now, you may feel you don't know what to do in real estate. You may feel you don't know where to go, who to talk to, what to do. But just like Essence, after joining community, Essence was able to purchase her first investment and start growing her real estate portfolio. That could be you. All you have to do, go to closersociety.org/go. You get $70,797 of value for only $25.99. This is only for today. Who's like Gio? You're making money in real estate. You're already doing deals in real estate, but you're stressed. You're losing time. You're not feeling good. You can be like Gio after you join community by joining community. After joining community, Gio was able to get top level deals brought to him and was able to get his time and his happiness back. You can be just like Gio. All you have to do is go to closersociety.org/go. $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. What about the people who survive crazy markets and achieve massive wealth because they have community? You can be just like them also. All you have to do is go to closersociety.org/go $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. Now, someone may ask, okay, that seems like a lot of money for me right now. I may not have $25.99 that I can spend right now. So what we did was we partnered with PayPal Later and we also partnered with Klarna. So you are able to pay in installments. You don't have to pay all at once. You can invest into community prorated, meaning you don't have to pay $25.99 at once. You can invest into community with small monthly payments over time. Now, the arrangement for those just depends on the platform. So all you have to do is go to closersociety.org/go, click PayPal Later, or click Klarna, and you will be able to see what your options are based off of your personal information. Remember, this is $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. Don't miss out on this investment into your business. And also, one of the great things about PayPal Later or Klarna is that from the skills that you'll learn from being in community, you will be able to recoup your whole investment back fairly quickly. Let's say, let's say it takes you a while. Let's say you don't do anything to start. You just join community, but you don't do anything to start. And let's say it takes you 6 months to do a deal because you didn't do anything to start. All right. As I said, my average middleman income deal is $35,000. If you do, even if you just do a third of what I do, okay, $10,000. The average middleman income fee, or the average middleman, I'm sorry, y'all, the average middleman income deal is $10,000 to $15,000. If you just do one of those, so that pays for your investment into community times five at least. If you're a real estate agent, if you can learn how to do at least one deal with an investor, average commission on the low side, let's say 7,500. If you can just do one deal from an investor, you made your investment back times at least two. So remember, PayPal, Pay Later is an option, and Klarna is an option. All you have to do is go to closersociety.org/go. And remember, when you join today as a founding member, your price is locked in. When prices go up, for founding members, it will always be the same for you. Your price will never go up. This is the lowest price you will ever see, and it will not be offered again. This is your only shot to become a founding member. Now, while we have 17 minutes left, I am going to take any questions. If you all have any questions, please let me know. Send them in the Q&A. Let me know if the link is working also too. Closersociety.org/go is the link to access your founding member offer. Only $25.99 today. Total value of $70,797. As you all see, these are all of the things that you get. Total value of $70,797. You get closer sided community. You get middleman income one-on-one. You get the one-page seller contract. You get the assignment contract. You get the smart and mayo formula. You get the 4-hour seller appointment recording. You get acquisitions one-on-one. You get dispositions one-on-one. You get work with investors, win more deals. You get an hour one-on-one coaching call. You get the founding member 40% affiliate program. Total value of $70,797 for only $25.99 today to invest into joining community. Go to closersociety.org/go. What is the normal price for it? Is the question. Sorry, I was something I would like. The normal price for it, the value for it is $70,797. So the price for non-founding members for a community to invest into Closure Society will not be $25.99. It will be much higher than that. But regular price for it is not available yet. We only have founding member spots that are available. Now remember, all of this goes away. So the value will be much lower, of course. Closer Society community will still be there, and of course it has a $42,500 value. But you will not get middleman income one-on-one. You will not get the one-page seller contract. You will not get the assignment contract. You will not get the smart MAO formula. You will not get the 4-hour seller appointment recording. You will not get acquisitions one-on-one. You'll not get dispositions one-on-one. You won't get work with investors win more deals. You won't get the hour one-on-one coaching call, nor will you get the founding member 40% affiliate program of so you miss out on a lot of value. I believe doing some math of that, that's around 30 something $1,000s of value that you miss out on. And if for you all, if payment is an issue, if you're like, oh, I don't have the funds to invest into community right now, there is the PayPal pay later option, and there's also the Klarna option to be able to pay it in installments, so you don't have to pay as much at once. And even if you do have the funds to be able to pay at once, you still have the option to do PayPal pay later, or you have the option to do Klarna, so you don't have as much as an investment, heavy as an investment up front, I would say. But I want you all to remember, this is an investment into you, into your business. Think, as we talked about earlier, what would you pay to have time freedom, to have less stress, to be able to build the business that you want, to be able to go to school plays, to be able to go to sports events, to be able to go to family dinners, to be able to take vacations when you want to? What would you pay for that? Chances are, what would you be willing to pay for that would be much higher than $25.99. And that is the one price for you today. As a founding member, $25.99. And also, one of the biggest things about that is the hour one-on-one coaching call. If you were able, we sit down, we have a one-on-one, and I'm able to assess the bottleneck in your business, something that's stopping you from making money. Even if we never speak again, how much money do you think that you would be able to make just from being able to fix that one problem? Chances are it's going to be a lot of money. Because the thing I want you all to remember is that skills come with you for life. No one can take away skills. Regardless of if you stay in community or whether you leave community, skills will be with you for life. And we're going to build skills through community to make sure you are as efficient as possible and making the most money in real estate as possible, whether as a real estate agent or whether as a real estate investor. This light, y'all. So again, you can go to PayPal, pay later to do installments, or you can go to Klarna for installments. Now, if you are having issues at all with checking out, that was something that had came up in the last event, was people were having issues checking out. If you have any issues at all with checking out, send an email to admin, ADMIN, at iamchrisawilliams.com. Don't forget the A. It's admin at iamchrisawilliams.com if you're having any issues checking out at all. But again, y'all, we've got 11 minutes left on the clock here. Total value of $70,797 to invest into yourself, to invest into your real estate business, to join community for only $25.99. Let me read some of these questions. So we actually did have people join in from the last call that we did. So we have people that are already in the founding members list so far. And when I get off of here, then I'll be able to see from here who did join also too. Klarna doesn't work. It needs you to input address. Okay. Yeah, I would say send an email to admin at I am Chris A. Williams. We'll see exactly what's going on with that. Not really sure why that wouldn't work. When we tested it, it seemed like it worked. I would say try, if you're trying to do installment, try the PayPal Pay Later then. Would someone outside of the founders be able to pay to schedule a one-on-one call? One-on-ones is not something that I've offered. Many people have offered, or many people have said that they would pay for a one-on-one. But the biggest thing about me is my time is very valuable. I don't have much time. So one reason why I haven't offered one-on-ones is because really there's not that many people that can afford it. So I base my one-on-one price based off of income that I bring in, and I divide that by how many hours that I work. So, for example, if I work, let's say 40 hours a week, all right, I'll take my income that I make per week, divide that by 40, and there's my one-on-one price. So, that's why I said $900 an hour is actually pretty conservative based on that specific formula. So, if I were to offer one-on-ones, it's going to be much higher than $900. So, at that point, let's say it's closer to the 25.99 price. It would make more sense to join as a founder, and at that point then you get all of the stack. You get all of these things instead of just a one-on-one. And like I said, I don't know if I'll do one-on-ones yet, but if I do, it'll be at a much higher price point. Y'all, we've got 9 minutes left. Remember, go to closersociety.org/go. You can join as a founding member today for only just $25.99. There's a total value of $70,797. And if you join as a founding member today, you join for just $25.99. This is the lowest price you'll ever see. This price will never be offered again. And this is your only shot to become a founding member. Your annual community costs plus all the resources, pay for it at once. Everything's included, nothing's held back. Included in the $70,000, $797 value, that's you're only paying just $25.99 for. You get the Closure Society community. You get the middleman income one-on-one. You get the one-page seller contract. You get the assignment contract. You get the smart MAO formula. You get a 4-hour real seller appointment recording. You get acquisitions one-on-one. You get dispositions one-on-one. You get the work with investors, win more deals. You get the hour one-on-one coaching call. You get the founding member 40% affiliate program. Total value of $70,797. You get it for just $25.99 today. Go to closersociety.org/go. Want y'all also to remember the founding member 40% affiliate program is something that's huge. I want you all to be able to learn to make passive income, and this is your greatest way to make passive income. All you have to do, you all know other people who want to get involved in real estate. If they want to get involved in real estate, reasonably, they should want to make money or make more money in real estate. For those people, all you have to do is share the community. You don't have to sell it too hard or do anything like that. We'll do it for them. We'll give them all the information and resources that they need. Just share the community. And when they join in the community, you are able to get 40% from what they pay. So let's say their price is $3.99 a month that they're paying. You get 40% of that coming in per month. A lot of investors right now are purchasing rental properties where they're not even making $100 per month. So think of it. You get to make more than an investor who owns a rental property without having to go through the hassles of tenants and repairs and maintenance and property managers. You get to make more than an investor would make for owning a rental property just for helping your friends, for people that you know, that you like and trust make money, and being able to be in community with people that you know, like, and trust. Closer Society is going to get big. The goal for Closer Society is to take a nationwide approach. It's not just a localized market. Our first member actually was someone from a state that I've never been to, from Mississippi. I've never been to Mississippi in my life. I didn't plan on it. But now we have a flag planted in Mississippi. I also have connections all across the U.S., whether it's California, whether it's Georgia, whether it's Florida, whether it's New York, whether it's Montana. We together as a community, have a goal to dominate the real estate industry. And we're going to do it through knowledge, through education, through community. And when you join as a founding member, you get a huge head start. Most people in your market do not know the information that will be given to you as part of the value that's provided. Most people will not know the information that's in the middleman income 101. Most people will not, actually do not, because I've seen a lot of these contracts. Most people do not have a one-page seller contract or assignment contract as good, legally binding, and legally protecting as you will get. Most people are just taking a guess when it comes to running numbers. They'll do the 70% rule. They don't have the SMART and Mayo formula. Most people aren't going to know how to handle objections. You'll know how to handle objections by listening to the 4-hour real seller appointment recording. Most people will not know how to acquire deals, how to talk to sellers. Acquisitions 101 will teach you that. Most people will not know how to find cash buyers, create a cash buyers list, and get paid on time and get paid as much as possible. Dispositions 101 will teach you that. Most people will not know how to work with investors as a real estate agent, and most investors won't know how to work with real estate agents. Work with investors, win more deals will teach you that. Most people will run around like a chicken with their head cut off, just doing things, trying to figure out the things that work. The hour one-on-one coaching call will be able to have you not do that. Most people are not making passive income just by referring people to join the community. You will be able to do that. You will get all these things as a founding member. $70,797 value for only $25.99. 3 minutes left, y'all. 3 minutes left to get the founding member spots. Three minutes left, y'all. Founding member spots for only $25.99 today. Total value is $70,797. Remember, you can go do Klarna, you can do PayPal, pay later. We will do our first kickoff call next week for Closers Society. Once you purchase, once you invest into community, you will get an email stating that your next steps are on the way, and you will get that shortly. But that being said, our first kickoff call will be next week. We will start scheduling one-on-ones next week. And if you stayed around to get the free gift also too, in 2.5 minutes, I'm going to tell y'all what that free gift is. Remember, if you stayed the whole time, you get access to getting the free gift. This is for everybody. But again, for the people, the select few that are inspired, the select few who actually want to make money in real estate, the select few who want to make more money in real estate, the select few who are not going to be like the majority of people in real estate who either lose money or don't make the money that they want to make because they quit or they do nothing or they try to do things alone. Those select few, the founding members should interest you. $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. And you can do PayPal Pay Later or you can do Klarna. Would you be able to? Yes, if you have an issue with purchasing, email admin, ADMIN, at IamChrisAWilliams.com. Or if you go to closersociety.org/go, if you choose Klarna, it should be able to do what it needs to do. But if you're still having issues, send an email to admin, ADMIN, at IamChrisAWilliams.com. Not I am Chris Williams. I am ChrisAWilliams.com. Remember, send an email to admin, ADMIN, at IamChrisAWilliams.com if you are having an issue with sending payment or with investing into community. We got 45 seconds, y'all. 45 seconds before the founding members' spots go away. Remember, to invest into joining Closure Society as a founding member, you get all of this value, $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. Go to closuresociety.org/go. I want to see all of you in the community. Or actually, no. I want to see the select few, the inspired few, the people who want to make money or make more money in real estate. These are the people that I want to see in Closure Society. These are the people that I want to see as founding members. Because honestly, if you're not the select few, if you're not the inspired, if you're not looking to make money or make more money in real estate, Closure Society probably isn't the best place for you. If you just want to look cool on Instagram, take a headshot, Closure Society probably isn't the best place for you. This is the community for people who want to make money or make more money in real estate. So that ends our time there. So again, you go to closuresociety.org/go to access founding members spots. Now, for the free gift that I said, for all of you all that have tuned in or have stayed to the end, thank you so much. Now, before I get to that, if you are having an issue paying, remember, go to closuresociety.org/go to access your founding member spots. But if you're having an issue with checking out, send the email to admin, ADMIN, at IamChrisAWilliams.com. IamChrisAWilliams.com, not IamChrisWilliams.com. Send an email to admin at IamChrisAWilliams.com. Again, $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. You get your annual community cost plus all the resources paid once, everything included, nothing held back, and your price will never go up for Closed Society. $70,797 of value for only $25.99. Now, for those of you who stayed around for your free gift, I considered telling you what the gift was from night one, but I'm not. For the people that were there that are here from night one, you know what your gift is. So, now that you know what your gift is, what I'm going to give you tonight is something secret that I've been working on. This has took years of studying, years of failure. I've lost a lot of money trying to figure this out, lost a lot of deals trying to figure this out, lost a lot of time trying to figure this out. But through all the pain that I've had to endure to get this together, I can now give it to you for free. This is just one of the benefits of community. But this is for, and this isn't people who are in my community. This is for anyone who stayed this entire time. What I'm going to give you is a list of seller objections. And that list has a rebuttal for some of the most common seller objections. Now, hold your applause. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you. But in this will teach you how to overcome when a seller quote unquote says no for some of the most common objections. Now, in Closure Society, what we will do is we will train specifically on these objections and some even more advanced objections. But if you're just starting out, then you know the gift from day one and the gift from day two should be able to help you to get your first real estate deal. Now, again, last thing, go to closuresociety.org/go for founding member spots. Now just $25.99 today. That has a total value of $70,797. You get $70,797 for only $25.99 today. And if you've purchased, if you've invested in community already, then we will send you an email shortly with further instructions. By next week, we will have you on your one-on-one call and we will have you on your kickoff call. And for the people that have stayed until the end, you will see your email. We will send you the list of objections that we were referring to so you can use these to close real estate deals. And if you were on night one, you use the gift from night one plus the gift from night two, you will be able to make money in real estate. And if you are a person looking to make money or make more money in real estate as a real estate agent or real estate investor, you'll join as a founding member for Closer Society. Remember, $70,797 of value for only $25.99 today. Go to closersociety.org/go. This is the lowest price you'll ever see, and it'll never be offered again. And this is your only shot to become a founding member. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night. Look forward to seeing you all in Closure Society.